Sorry.
Yeah, the only problem that I see in this appointment are the egos of the players. I said that Man United might needed 2 steps to fix it. One, to steer the ship, which is a bigger personality than Amorim, someone like a Tuchel or a Conte, that just not long term, short, to steer the ship once, and then you get the project manager. However, now it's done.
I can't believe you're waffling about a Tuchel and a Conte still in 2024.
I don't think you understand the point.
No, I understand what you're saying, but they're not steer the ship managers.
No, they are.
Conte went to Napoli this season. They have a chance of winning
the ship right away, bro.
No, that's not called steer the ship. No, that's not called steer the ship.
Understand.
He's going into Napoli.
So that means you don't.
Can I just say one sentence?
No, you can't.
He's going into Napoli.
No, it's my section. Sam, okay, great.
He's literally going to win the league.
This is what. But hold on, I don't think you understand the point. Changing the mentality, which is what Roy Keane was talking about. Okay, do you know what Roy Keane said under Oli? And then when Eric Ten Hag, when Rangnick said, he said the problem at Man United, it's embedded in the mentality of the player. That's what I call steering the ship. Is when a player puts in the Man United shirt, they believe that we should be challenging no matter what. We should be winning every game. We go to every game as favorites. That's what I call steering the ship. I'm not saying that Antonio Conte will fix the club or Thomas Tuchel, but I believe these ilks of managers, even though they might not win you the league or might not get you top 4, what they do is they embed a mentality at the club that is, we are favorites to every game we play because we're Man United. Antonio Conte coaching Napoli, they were 10th last season. Do you know what he did?
And they won the league the year before.
Yes. But do you know what he did? Right away, he brought back this. He brought back the mentality of like, we need to win. Can Amorim do that with the likes of Rashford? With the players that haven't won? With the players that you see head down after a goal conceded?
Can I ask you a question?
That is the problem. Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea.
Please?
Yes, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure,
you are sat in a room with John W. Henry, the owner of Liverpool, and you're sat with Avram Glazer, the owner of Man United, in the summer. Both of them are asking you, Antonio Conte, Liverpool have no manager, United have no manager, summer 2024. Who does he suit more?
Antonio Conte might suit Liverpool going forward. Might go Liverpool going because Liverpool are ready.
And that's my point, Terry. But I have to say something important.
Can
I just say something? I
don't think you understood the point.
Mo has it in reverse, and let me tell you why first, and then fight me. Let me tell you why.
I'm not gonna fight you,
Conte does not suit Manchester United right now at all. Conte will suit Man United if Amorim rebuilds the club to the level where he's so close to the line but can't get over the line.
I disagree, but fine.
Let me finish. That's when you go get an Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte, yes, he changed Napoli around, but Napoli just 12 months before finishing 10th won the Serie A.
Yes,
I disagree with you, but fine. I disagree with you completely. I think Thomas Tuchel, when he went to Chelsea, the difference is when Frank Lampard was at Chelsea, they used to concede a lot of goals, but score a lot of goals as well.
But the thing with Tuchel going to Chelsea, how many years before Tuchel arrived were they champions of England and winning trophies? How many years? Was it 2 or 3?
Say that again?
How many years when Tuchel arrived? How many years prior to that were they champions of England?
2017 to 2021. 2023. So it's
about 3 years. Again, so I look at 3 years. Did they win anything in between that period?
No.
As well. They won no
trophies.
They won the Europa League and they won an FA Cup in 2018 as well. So again, what you're looking at here is a different kettle of fish. Man United, in fairness, have won some trophies. I do agree to a certain level that Man United are not. I don't like the generic term of win now or project manager, because I think Amorim has the ability to build Man United up and win us trophies. There are some, like the way we make it sound as if that some managers that are project managers also can't win you the major trophies. But I think there's a certain manager, like players at certain stages of their careers, it almost would feel like a step down to go to a club that isn't in a position where it's ready to win. Because you've already, a lot of those managers, I mean, Pep's never done it. He's so successful for so long, there's almost I'd love to see him do it, but there's almost a feeling of, why would I put myself through that again? It's like you in your working life, Mo, same as me. You got all those promotions, you got to those senior levels. the idea of going back down 2, 3, 4 grades to build up, it's actually really hard to motivate yourself to do that as well. So I do understand that. But what I think, that's what I like about this appointment. There are no guarantees Amorim is going to win us any of these major trophies. But I think the squad is a lot better than people are giving it credit for. It's why you've seen me kicking off with Don and Ches in our group chats today, because they've got a lot of mouth, but they've got no chest when it comes to their points. They were angry yesterday that I said the Man United and Chelsea squads are comparable, even though I said Chelsea's squad is better. They're kind of like, what do you mean comparable? How can you say comparable? They think they're clear. What they won't answer is how far clear they'll finish of Man United this year. They're willing to say we'll come 4th or 5th, and you might come up like between 5th and 8th, but they won't give a kind of points total. And I'm not even asked for it to be exact. You can give a range, and a few people have said, "Oh, Terry, why does the points total matter?" And I think it does. If you come 4th and I come 10th, but there's 5 points that separate us, we're still very close. Where if I come 5th and you come 4th, but you're 20 points ahead of me, there's a far bigger gap. But as I say, I think that, by the way, Don, you're on the show Friday. It gives you 2 days to think about an answer for it. But yeah, from my point of view, I just feel that...
You've really been going at it with them in the group chat. 200 messages and shit. Like, you
It weren't that. It weren't 200 messages from me. It was the collective group. But it was just this element of, I'm not upset if you think Chelsea's squad is worse than Man United's, better than Man United's, superior in a big way. On a personal level, I don't care that much. What I'm asking for as a content creator, what I'm asking for is someone who has built a channel and platform that's built around football conversations and debate, plus the group chats that sit behind it, is I'd like honest, direct answers. I don't think it is fair in a footballing conversation for me to say, I think Man United are clear of Tottenham. Oh, how far do you think you'll finish ahead of them? I can't say. It doesn't make sense. I've made the point. I'm clear. Well, let's get a little bit specific. And I'll be specific, but I won't use Man United. I think Arsenal are so clear of Tottenham, they will again this season finish between 20 and 30 points ahead of them in the league. I can be specific because I believe it, right? The same as I think by the end of the season. Right now, I still feel like City are going to win the league, but I think it's only going to be anywhere between sort of 2 to 6 points between top and third as of right now. That's because I believe they're very close to each other. I think you can do this. What I get frustrated about, and that's the only reason I was doing it in the group chat, is when people make claims, but then they won't expand upon them. And they keep them very generic and vague. And I just think, why would you ever want to do that? And by the way, if you're right, great. If you're wrong, great. It isn't going to stop you from growing as a YouTuber. It isn't going to get you kicked off the terrace whether you're right or wrong. It's just answer the questions.
So you want basically an answer like Liverpool are clear of Man United and we're going to finish 15 points ahead of you. That's what you want.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't...
Clarity.
That was an example in... If you said to me, Terry, we are so superior to you, I would expect you to finish. Superior to me means you're finishing 10 to 15, 20 points ahead of me. Finishing 3 points ahead of me isn't superior. It's marginally... It's one game. It's marginally better. You know, it's like me saying, I'm so much stronger than you, Hassam. We go to the gym, I bench press 100 kilos, and you bench press 95, and I go, told you I was much stronger than you. You're not, right? That's my point. It's about specificity in these things. If I bench 100 and you're benching 40, then I'm much stronger than you. And I just think that sometimes people say things, like there's a comment that came through earlier, right? That said, and this kind of segues nicely. It says, Mo and Sam, so that you know before you start, Terry has already declared that United are thrashing Chelsea. Didn't say that. I stated that if Amorim is in charge on Sunday, we will beat Chelsea. No one's asked me by what scoreline, and I have never said we've thrashed them because I'm not disrespecting them. So that's a lie based on what I said, and I'll get specific on it. If Amorim's the manager, I think we'll win. I think it will be by no more, in my opinion, than one clear goal. It will be a 2-1 or a 3-2. I think it'll be a high goal scoring game, but I think we'll win it. That's no disrespect on Chelsea. That's not me saying Chelsea are crap. It's not me saying we're clear of you. And I put it all down to one thing. I think there'd be new manager bounce that would make us win the game. Again, my friend here, Data, is stating that I said we'll thrash them. I didn't. Now, if I said we'd thrash them, and then you went, Terry, what's the scoreline? And I go, well, I can't say. Then why am I making the claim we're going to thrash you but don't want to give a scoreline? That's weird. thrashing is to me 3 or more goal scoreline. That's a thrashing in football, in my opinion. So if I said that, I'd give you that prediction, but I'm not. So yeah, thank you for that super chat, bro. But yeah, it just annoyed me. It's like, I don't mind what people say, but at least back your argument with a little bit of chess, maybe. But there we go. The boys will be on.
You could beat Chelsea at Old Trafford, but I think it's more likely they beat you. And the reports apparently are international break. That Amorim will take over apparently after the international break.
Yeah, I've seen these stories. Though.
I don't know how accurate it is, to be fair.
Well, a few people in the comments have said thoughts like there's a 30-day notice period for him. By the way, viewers, hit the like button right now, please. 3,200 people watching, so get that like button smashed for us. Look, there is a notice period. United are negotiating it. You probably find it's done. You probably find that we've already got that sorted. I cannot imagine us waiting 30 days. I just can't see that happening. This reminds me of when everybody said it was going to take us 12 months to get Dan Ashworth. We managed, or we had to pay £12 million or £20 million. We ended up getting him 6 months earlier, and we got him for like 2 or 3 million. We're just negotiating the price down. I think it's 10 million to get him out. I think they want an extra £3 million to get his coaching staff and the early release out. And I think Man United will end up paying it. And that's fine. I'm happy with that, because why would you want to wait? I don't think we'd have allowed the story to leak if we weren't confident of getting him in. So it's a story and there's some truth to it. But I mean, I saw one English journalist say Man United have confirmed they'll have him before December. I'm like, fucking hell, it's October. Of course, we're going to have him before December. Like, he's going to be the Man United manager. I think next 24 hours, there'll be some sort of formal announcement. He may not be in charge for Sunday, but yeah, I'm
Does anybody think there is the kickback from specifically 2 fan bases that I've seen on Twitter, Chelsea and Man City, is due to the fact that Chelsea fans wanted Amorim before Maresca? They wanted De Zerbi. They didn't want a championship manager. And now he chose Man United. And the City fans, because of him, because the reports were coming that someone told him to wait for Man City, but he didn't wait. He chose Man United. Does anybody think that Chelsea fans really are looking at this like, maybe we could have gone in this gone instead of Maresca? Yes, they're happy with Maresca now. But you can't tell me that resume for Maresca is comparable at all to the resume of Ruben Amorim.
I don't think Chelsea fans are annoyed that they have Maresca and not Amorim. I think Chelsea fans are very happy with what they're doing. I think City fans believe they know they're going to get a very good replacement after Pep, Amorim or not. I believe what the problem is, and I've seen it from a lot of fan bases, some Chelsea fans have just been a bit more honest. I think the reason why Chelsea fans are piping up is because they play us next in the league. And there is that element of, why does it have to be us? Why does it have to be us they're playing? So I think there's a little bit of that. But I think what most rivals of Man United know is there is the potential for this to be a very good appointment. Again, it sounds right. Culturally, we need to fix things. We need to get a better squad over the next couple of years. But there's a very, very good chance that this goes well. And the major difference, which everybody wants to ignore, is that we are not operating the same way as a football club anymore. Not in any way, shape, or form. We're just not. The timing of this, the speed of the changeover, and the fact that we have real football people making these decisions now. Again, if this was Ed Woodward, a banker, hiring his 6th manager, I would be gutted, because it wouldn't even matter how good the manager is. You just know it's going to end in absolute disaster. So yeah, I'm not over worried.